Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we're going to be talking about Hassan Piker yet again. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for this guy, well, they've gotten worse. And what he's facing right now is a series of allegations that are stemming from a trip he took to Berlin many years ago. And these accusations, they've been made before, but they're being resurfaced thanks to claims from another streamer that Hassan has been beefing with for a very long time. Again, these are just allegations, but we'll get into that in just a second. Let's begin with the platform that has championed Hasan Piker, and that is, of course, Twitch. Now, before we get into anything, today is Veterans Day. So, it really goes without saying, but I will say it anyways. Veterans watching this video, I appreciate your service. Like, very much. You fighting and defending my rights are the reason why I get to sit here on my computer chair and yap for a living, okay? That does not go unappreciated. And the last time I mentioned veterans, I had so many people in the comments sharing their service. And if anyone does that, please speak up today. And I know my community will say very nice things to you. Now, I couldn't serve personally because I have a medical condition called, cowardice. Yeah, that one prevented me from serving personally, but I appreciate all the veterans. You guys know this. It's not a surprise. But why am I mentioning this beyond just thanking you guys? Well, Twitch decided to get performative, and they made this post right here saying, on Veterans Day, we're saluting our service members on Twitch. Check them out live on the front page shelf. Are you a veteran who wants to be showcased? Express your interest here. Yeah, this one doesn't really go over well when you have a two-time rising Twitch star named Frogan who is saying stuff like this about veterans.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Based?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that clip up in case you guys forgot. This is someone that's not only a partner on Twitch, but someone who is again, two-time rising star, the Froganator, who said these things about veterans, which, by the way, in their TOS, under hate speech, veterans are a protected class, just like a race, gender, what have you. They specifically mention veterans. So what she's saying is the most blatant violation of Twitch's terms of service, and at the time, she got nothing. She got nothing for those statements, wishing harm upon veterans, hoping they don't get medical care, and wishing that they get PTSD. She got literally nothing for this, by the way. So these jokers come out here today and are trying to grift off of Veterans Day and trying to show that they care so much about veterans. No, you don't. You absolutely don't. You're hypocrites. You're liars. And I responded with a screenshot of basically what I just said to you guys, and man, oh man, this is a ratio if I've ever seen one, okay? I don't like to, spike the football in the end zone, but like, dude, 3,800 likes versus 200 likes, that is brutal, ladies and gentlemen. For a platform on their official account with nearly 10 million followers, ouch. And you can see the proposed community note. Let's try that again. You can see people are trying to upvote this. It's not approved yet, but I'm sure it will be approved at some point because people are not happy. The replies are filled with people dunking on Twitch, and rightfully so. All right. There's also another angle to this people are raising, and they're bringing up Hasan Piker, who, of course, made his infamous comments many years ago about America deserving 9/11. And we've talked about that. It's already offensive enough that they platform this clown. But let me add a layer to this that is relevant to Veterans Day. Because the clip he was responding to where he said these comments, he was reacting to Dan Crenshaw, who is not just a politician, but a U.S. veteran. And someone who lost his eye serving our country. And during this, not only does Hasan say his 9/11 comments, he also says very disturbing things about the eye socket of this injured veteran. That's your champion. This is your guy, Twitch. And you're trying to sit here and wish people a happy Veterans Day? Yeah, I don't think so. But let's get back to Hassan Piker because, well, he's making the rounds and he's facing allegations from Destiny, of all people. And I trust this guy as much as I could throw him, which probably could be a respectable distance. He's not a very physically imposing man, despite having quite the mouth on him. But he came out with this quote of a post where Hassan was talking about Nick Fuentes. And he says, if Hassan is going to reach this hard to say that I kickstarted Fuentes' career, then I am responsible for his career 10 times over, referring to Hassan. Also, Hassan effed a 15-year-old when he was visiting that brothel in Berlin, Germany. That's why he doesn't like to talk about it as much now. Of course, these are allegations, and they're not new ones. People have been saying this for many, many years, ever since his trip to the brothel, which, again, this is the guy who's like, you know, trying to be like a champion of feminism, but he pays for intercourse with women in a brothel, which is very hypocritical and just sad, quite frankly. But again, these are allegations, but the reactions to this are pretty funny. You can see Shoe on the Head here saying, homeless man calling another homeless man a broke ass person. And I got this reaction from myself saying, heartwarming, the worst people you know are all fighting. But of course, allegations. And I bring up Tectone's post here for a reason. I picked Tectone for a reason because Tectone about a year ago faced an allegation where an ex of his claimed that he R-worded her, okay? And there is no evidence to support this yet so far. There's no criminal charges. There's no lawsuit. It's just her word, right? But in Hassan's mind, the allegation enough proved he was guilty. And that's really the main reason I bring this up today. Because he's been calling Tectone rape tone and calling him an abuser and all these things openly and shamelessly for years, or at least a year at this point, okay? And it's all based on an allegation with no evidence to support it. So what now in this scenario? I don't want to hear Hassan crying on stream. He's going to, okay? But people are going to say something about these allegations. If someone makes a claim, a slanderous claim against Hassan based on this allegation, he has no room to speak because he's been doing this to people like Tectone. And that's someone with an allegation. Like I said, despite the fact we haven't seen any evidence or charges related to it, it's still an allegation. And Hassan's been calling people predators for a very long time, including people there's no allegations against. He just dismisses his critics as predators. He uses it like just an ordinary term. He's watering it down to the point it means basically nothing. And now he's sitting here facing allegations over this trip to Berlin many years ago. And I don't want to hear this guy crying about people saying like mean things about this, because he's been slandering people over far less for a very, very long time. Now, what else is Hassan doing these days? Well, the commie LARPer here, who wants to redistribute the wealth, except for his own, of course, he took a trip to China. Yeah, he's been in China, and it's not been going great. He's finding out that things aren't really playing out the way that he expected. In fact, in a weird clip, he decided to claim that he has no patriotism in his heart for America, which surprises no one.
I don't have any sort of patriotism in my heart
for
any, for America, but just in general. I'm not like a very, I care about people.
Well, that's good, man. Then leave. Then leave. That's all I got to say. But things would get interesting because eventually Hassan was stopped by Chinese security police while in Tiananmen Square. Yeah, it turns out this is not the Quirk Chungus meme that he thinks this country is. He is being stopped and interrogated for memes on his phone.
Roger, you seen this?
Oh yeah.
Looks good. Yeah.
这是什么呀？他录个视频。你是说导游？没有。这是什么 ？Stop。OK。这是导游啊。过来，稍等一下。是啊，你是导游啊？问问他那个，问问他那刚直播那什么东西啊？让他拿出来给我看。
OK， 要看直播的东西是吗？
对，我看一眼刚你那 photo。
So you want to see the photo?
Oh, I didn't take a photo. 就刚才他录那个，让他找出来。
So have you recorded anything?
No, not yet. No, 我都看见了。
Yeah, he said he's
直播还是什么呀？
Oh, I was holding the camera out, but I didn't do anything yet.
还有个手机放那个背景图。
对，拿手机弄一背景，那是什么东西？把它打出来。
No recording.
刚才那个背景。
So he wants to see the background of your.
Of my phone?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or like a live show or.
Other
yeah.
phone.
Oh. I have another phone.
Good on there, but my internet is not so good. Okay, we'll
On your-
flip it back. Okay,
the internet on your phone isn't
We're back.
Absolutely incredible stuff. It turns out that the communist regime that he's been simping for doesn't really take kindly to Hasan Piker. And you can see the meme here from Dan Saltman. Yeah, perfect. Chef's kiss, dude. Very, very good description of what's going on here. But of course, well, even in the face of this situation that would offend anyone with the spine, Hassan doubles down and he defends the Chinese Communist Party and their law enforcement with this very daring and bold statement right here.
Whenever the police showed up, they thought, so that thing that we went to, okay, the flag raising ceremony is not, it's not in focus. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. The flag raising ceremony that we went to is not a thing that white people normally go to, right? It's not normally something that like white people attend, right? And I assume that they are probably extra attentive and extra careful about people coming to do some. Like, there's a reason why, for example, there were Chinese nationals on each other's backs, right? But I knew that like if we did it, we would get called out by cops. Because like by and large, especially like the government is aware of like how they are perceived or how much like anti-Chinese propaganda exists out there. And I think the older people are also aware of it as well. But I think the younger populations in China are ironically enough less aware. Like the younger normies are less aware of the animosity that exists, which shouldn't exist at all, obviously, but unfortunately does. And it's almost entirely one-sided. It's entirely designed by America. But yeah, we're white. So as foreigners in China at this like national event rather than an international one, where as you guys noticed, like they didn't have any like foreigners there at all. He thought he saw something on the phone. Like he thought we were like making a mockery. You know what I mean? They didn't realize that we were swagged out white boys who love China. Are you being careful with your words? No, I'm just telling you like it is.
The memes just keep flowing, guys. The memes keep flowing. Yeah, apparently it's okay if China does it. It's okay if the communists do it. This guy is so transparent. This guy has no consistency whatsoever. If this happened in America, He'd be whining about it for weeks on end. But if it happened in China, it's okay because, well, he thinks they align with his views. They don't. He's the exact opposite of anything they like over there, but he's making an absolute fool out of himself. And, well, good. It provides free content for everyone. And, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.